Hello and welcome to our Scrapbook Live for November of 2023. My name is Alice Bull and I run the membership group at scraphappy.org. And it is such a fun community. We are always doing something fun. Earlier this week, we had a Scrap Happy Together. No, the Together session was last week. We had a scrap school session. So our in-house instructor, Sarah Scraps, brought us such an interesting class, and I just cannot get it out of my head. And it's actually given us such a fun idea. So now we are in the works and we are doing a collaboration with me and Sarah, and we're bringing something fun to our Scrap Happy membership for 2024. And I can't believe, like, even saying that year out loud sounds so weird, but it's like it's knocking at the door. So excited because we're going to have something really fun for that year. But today we are here for Scrapbook Live, and that means I am going to be creating a page with you here on camera, and I'm going to use a kit from the ScrapRoom. Now, the ScrapRoom, you can find them online at scrap-room.com, and they put together such amazing kits. I love their flavors of the month kit. It is like getting like 4 little mini kits all in one. It is a nice sampling, the kind of a bite-sized sample of 4 different scrapbook collections, and the way they curate it and put it together is amazing, as I'll show you. But every time I open up my package from them, I buy my own kits because I just love them. And every time I open up the package, there's always a little coffee sample, and this month's coffee sample is caramel flan. And I'll tell you, like, opening up the package, I'm like, oh, that smells so good. I would be drinking it tonight, but it's 6 o'clock. If I drink coffee now, things are not going to be good for sleeping later. So I will save the coffee. I'm going to put it right beside my coffee maker so I can have it tomorrow morning, and it's going to be great. Also included with the kits, before we get too far into everything that we're doing, and I forgot to tell you, they have a sketch included in each kit, and they come with a cut file, so you get a cut file as well. And I was this close to actually having it cut out, but technology and I, like, we're like not always the best of friends, and the Silhouette machine and I are like getting to know each other. Let's just say that we're getting to know each other, but we're not there yet. So I almost had this cut out, but I think we'll be okay without it. But I was very tempted because it actually gave me a super fun idea for what to scrapbook about today. So should we look at these kits and see what's in here? So I will put this one right here. There we go. So you can see me up in the corner. I haven't abandoned you. I'm right here. And you can see there's 4 mini kits in here. Let's take a peek at what's inside. So each kit includes 2 sheets of cardstock. So you'll see I've got 2 sheets of cardstock and 3 pattern papers, as well as some embellishments. And so they take some of the embellishment packs apart, so you get a little mix and match of things. So you might not have exactly the same little piece that's in my kit, but you'll have similar ones. This is a little chipboard piece. It's like a cute little frame. I love it. And then there's also some embellishments in here. There's actually enamel dots. Perfect match for those. And an assortment of die cut pieces. So I can see like a house. Oh, there's a little tiny little heart, pies and tables. Oh, there's like a cooling rack, some eggs. Oh, I am a chicken lady. Eggs are always welcome here. And some cute little die cut pieces. But I am already obsessed by this paper. Yes, this paper is gorgeous. Like, gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Love it. So I'm already obsessed. So this paper is from Bella Buller. No, it's not. It's from Simple Stories. I've got it mixed up. Simple Stories is called What's Cooking. So in the pack that you get in your kit, you get a 5th pack of ephemera. So little ephemera pieces, a Simple Stories frame. You get a variety of that. and some enamel dots, and then you'll have the 3 sheets of pattern and the 2 sheets of cardstock. So like I said, okay, so I've got it right here. So here's the paper. Look at how pretty these florals are. Like they're watercolored and it's just gorgeous. I'm not that good at watercolor yet. I've been working on it, but I'm not that good at it yet. I'll tell you, that is pretty paper. And I like the little grid pattern in the background. It's not just like plain, it has a little something. Oh, that's pretty too. I'm not as excited, right? Because the other side is so pretty, but like even like how gorgeous those are. The pretty little floral bouquets. Oh, and there's a really nice stripe. And I'll tell you, like this stripe is really gorgeous. But there's like this color, like in these colors, especially, yeah, okay. We've talked about the color before. We've talked about that color. And there's a super nice polka dot though. Like, look at how nice that stripe and the polka dot. Of course, they have to be on the same paper, but like, I love how it has all the different little colors in the polka dots. So when there's patterns that are red and they have yellow on them, I don't love that. This one I would do in small doses, right? Small doses. Like if you're doing other stuff and you use a tiny little bit, it's going to be cute. But small doses, I'm going to just say. Oh, and that's beautiful. Okay. So very, very nice kit. I would take that red in small doses, but like it actually is really nice. So like with the other pieces. So here's that collection. In addition to the main flavors of the month kit, I also get a add-on embellishment kit. And I always just like having just like that extra little bit of fun stuff to put on the page. So in my add-on embellishment kit, if I can open it, Tatiana says hello from Colorado. Elizabeth's here from Western Colorado. And Cheryl's here from Southern Colorado. Hello, Colorado. Like, way to show up tonight. That's awesome. It's this. Oh, which one? Oh, which one goes with this? Oh, that looks like photoplay. Let's have a look here. Okay. Let's see. I don't have my notes about the embellishment. Bella, no, Simple Stories foam stickers. Yeah, okay. So these are the right ones. I just wanted to make sure I was holding out the right thing. So here are the foam stickers. I love them because they have a little bit of dimension to them, and then I don't have to actually do all the work of popping them up myself. And we've got words like home, family, recipes, around the table, let's eat, fa la la. I like it. Super cute. I like if there's gonna be something that's a little cheesy, I'm like, I'm in. I'm here for all of the dad puns. Like seriously, like bring on the dad puns. They're some of my favorite. Barb says hello from Virginia. I'm here in Alberta, Canada. We're all over. We get to hang out together, which is why I love this. Okay, so next up, I have here the Fancy Pants Enchanted Garden collection. So in this collection, I've got 2 sheets of black cardstock, as well as 3 sheets of pattern and some embellishments. Let's look at the papers here first. And so this is the color, right? They've got this color too. I don't love this color. I don't love this color at all. This paper could be highly rescued by covering a large part of that ugly color. So tell me, do you guys like this color? Because the designers seem to really like this color. And like, it's not that far off from the color in my shirt, but it's different. But it's different. Oh. Okay. Your bracelet's that color. It's similar, but this one has like these like golden tones to it, where this has meh. It's very simple. It's an autumn color. Yeah, I'm trying not to hate on it. I'm wearing that color on my wrist. It's similar, but these, I don't know. It's similar, different. This paper is not the best thing I've ever seen for me. And this backside I would never use in 100 years unless it's like, unless you're only going to see like this much of it, right? Like if you only see that much, maybe. Okay. So it's okay. Somebody made this and they liked it and they didn't obviously make it for me, but that's okay. I don't like this pattern either, actually. Okay, so the patterns aren't working. This is nicer. I don't mind this. Maybe, see, and this is smaller doses, better. This feels very eclectic, like the red, buffalo plaid. The colors of the red don't even match with this. Okay. Okay, this is a collection. I haven't said this for a while. I don't like this one. Like where it's like the whole collection is not my thing. Bright and sunshine. I've got some words and then I've got little pieces. But like, okay, so I don't like the collection. I bet you I could scrapbook with it. Now, I have something that wouldn't fit for tonight. Otherwise, I would just do it to prove that to myself that I can scrapbook with it. Okay, I like the little fall floral pieces, actually, these little botanical pieces. That's more of a win for me. I quite like those pieces. Like I could use about 20 of these little fern type things and more of the little branches and stuff. Like, so this will be part of a collection. So let's talk about whose collection I've been like horrible to here tonight. Fancy Pants Enchanted Garden. Okay, it's not my thing. So I have 3 sheets of the pattern paper, Autumn Diamond, Pumpkin Harvest, and Cozy Plaid. 2 sheets of the black. There's a quarter pack of this ephemera and some of the foam words. So a variety of those. Okay, so not every collection is going to be like a massive hit and everybody has their own thing. Like you might be looking at this saying, oh, I love that. You might be saying, oh, that's so lovely. I need that exactly for my photos. And that's why they make lots of different collections, right? Because we all need something a little different. So there we go. What? Oh, I should have some extra pieces. Is that in here? What's in my embellishment kit? A half pack of Fancy Pants enamel dots. Okay, so those got tucked into here. So I have some matching enamel dots to go with this collection from my embellishment pack. So I'll tuck those in with these two. See, I like the yellow better here than here. I don't know. You can see yellow, more brown. I don't know. It's a thing. It's a slight tonal thing, right? Okay. So moving on. I can tell I like the next one more. So we're off to so Marcia says, I like it because it's different. See, like having something that's not the same, there's a good thing in that. Marcia, our other Marcia says, I like mustard yellow, but I have to agree on this particular shade. It needs to be a bit more golden. It's a very dull color. It needs brightening up. And Tatiana says she'd fussy cut the big flowers. See, that might be helpful, right? Like, and so it's just like looking at that collection and saying, what would I do instead? And I think that when we look at that and we really challenge ourselves to look at something in a new way, that can be really it can lead us to some new creativity, right? Yeah, Diane said I'd probably fussy cut the whole page, and Marcia agreed. She liked the stuff. And yeah, Elizabeth said mustard brown instead of mustard yellow. She says, I love mustard yellow. Yeah, I'm in on mustard yellow. Okay, so I'm trying to open these, but we haven't looked at the papers yet. Let's look at the papers. These are Bella Boulevard. This is called One Fall Day. Now, this is a very busy paper because it has lots of colors on it. It's quite pretty, but very busy. Busy's okay. Oh, and a really nice subtle pattern on the back with a little, oh, I don't even know what to call that. Arrows. Then we've got a nice stripe. It's a really skinny stripe. And then a little tiny buffalo check kind of paper. Hard to see on camera. It's not coming across good. And it kind of looks like little clouds, I guess. I like the teal color. It looks brighter to me, I think, in person than you might even be seeing it on the camera. And there's some little moths. So the patterns in this are all quite small for what I have. It's a quite small pattern, but very nice colors when you put it together. So I quite like that. And then in the ephemera here, let's see, I have 2 sheets of natural cardstock. It's called Natural. It's a basil color. There is some epoxy shapes. I got these little triangle pieces that are super cute. But like putting those on, I'm going to tell you that would be like a little frustration nightmare to try to line them up. I can predict that already. It's like, is Alice a lazy scrapbooker? Like when she looks at this, it comes across as yes. Here we go. We've got the word gather. We've got fall vibes. I've got an apple tree, super cute. I actually have a nice picture from that I could do from that. Rake, pile, jump, cozy sweaters, thankful, gobble, gobble. Oh, and it's in a heart too. That's kind of perfect because turkey is like one of my very favorite foods. I've got some cute little embellishment pieces with apple cider and some cute a cup of tea. I just tried a new tea, you guys. It's so yummy. It's called Gingerbread Joy from Twinings. Oh, so yummy. It smells just like those gingerbread type tea biscuits. Delicious. Okay, what do I have for bonus? So bonus to go with this in my add-on embellishment kit, I've got the full 12 by 12 sticker sheet to go with this. Here, maybe I'll set it on top of there. So you can see I've got some different shapes, some different words, some different full length like scallop strips and some letters and some little photo corners. There's even an arrow. I love getting arrows. I find them very usable. With boys, I found that I used arrows a lot more than like hearts and stuff. Arrows and stars, right? Boy moms represent more arrows and stars than hearts and florals, right? Note to all designers out there, bring on the arrows and stars. Oh, I'm forgetting those little epoxy pieces. They are super darling. I wonder if there's a way I could stick them on the strip and like stick the whole strip on so they're just in a perfect lineup already and I wouldn't have to take them off. Totally cheating. That would be a good hack. Okay, one more mini kit and then we'll dive into the scrapbooking. And around the top of the hour, we're at like 19 minutes past or whatever right now, but around the top of the hour, we will be doing our draw for a free kit from the scrap room. So if you're hanging out, then you can have your name in to enter. I'll just pick from the attendees, so that's always a good thing. Okay, and then here we have the final kit. This one is from Photoplay, and you can see right off the bat, I've got the full 12 by 12 sticker sheet, and there's an adorable little banner. It's got socks fixed in amongst like the leaves and sunflowers, which is kind of cute. The word thankful, the word autumn, the word blessed, and like they're a little hard to read right here, but if you look at where the cut lines are, you'll actually see there's a cut line for the A. It's just the bleed over, so they don't like look bad actually once you pull them off and put them on your page. Just in case you're like, that says that, okay, sure, I'll take your word for it. And some just like cute little fall things. Oh, I should have printed pictures of my beautiful fall space, actually. Now I'm looking at that. Oh, This is totally different, you guys. Have you seen a paper like this before? Oh, I wish I had peeked because I would have printed a different picture for this. I'm like excited by this paper. That is so cool. Uh, yeah, the sock elements are different, but cool. This is so pretty. So it's like just looking up a mountainside or something and seeing all of the different colors of trees, but like really kind of artsy, and it feels like it kind of, to me, it has that feel of paper piecing. You know, the artists that do the children stuff where they paper piece all the different little things. It is really neat. But it's like a lot of color, but I don't think it would be hard to scrapbook on this. Like I just have this other picture sitting here that kind of goes a little bit more with the color a little bit. But like I don't think it would be hard to use at all. I'm excited about this paper. This is fun. Good job, Photoplay. Which one of their designers? Becky Moore. This is a Becky Moore paper, you guys. I loved her. I met her at Creativation a couple times. I really loved her. She was great. And oh yeah, polka dots on the back with all the little colors of the polka dots. And look at this plaid. Oh, I like it. Now, I will tell you, on the camera, if I move this around, it kind of has that weird effect because of the little tiny plaid, but in person, like your eyes don't hate it. So I will tell you that. It is so pretty. This collection is a major win. Now, I printed something else and I totally want to print different pictures. I'm opening up my photo thing right now. I have a totally different idea of what I want now. And that's just how it rolls, right? I printed something so I would have it. I thought, oh, it'll work with this, but now I'm seeing this paper, I'm dying to use it. So that's what happens, right? When you find the stuff that's exciting. The back side of this just has little icons on it. It's okay. And then there's 2 sheets of this nice chocolatey brown. What is it called? It's called pine cone. Its official color is pine cone, but to me, that's like a piece of milk chocolate. So nice orange color. We got some more of this brown in here, and the backs of this plaid. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. So very recently, I came back from a trip that I got to go on, and I decorated my mantle in my house. And I'm going to just print those 3 photos that I sent to my friends. And it'll kind of already have my journaling on it. And I think that's kind of a really fun thing. So I can't wait to show you what I'm doing here. I have to just remember like roughly what size this works at. Okay. So as long as my printer isn't out of paper, it should be all smooth and they'll be printed in a second. Okay, so with this, I got that full sheet here. So let's look at what's in the add-on embellishment kit. Okay, so in the add-on embellishments, I have some die cut pieces. And it says here the add-on embellishment for Photoplay is half a pack of the ephemera. So a half pack. So I've got a sheet here of die cut pieces and another sheet of the die cut pieces. And then there's a couple of little extra die cut pieces to go with this. So. Oh, I heard the second page go through. Okay, so now we know what we're going to play with. I had totally printed different pictures. I had gone to my friend's place and I helped set up stuff, but maybe I'll end up using these next month and maybe have Christmassy supplies. So I'll just show you quickly. We made all these things. She's going to set up a booth at a craft sale, a Christmas craft sale. And so I helped her daughter. Her daughter is setting up the booth. And so I went and got to do like crafting with a little girl because, you know, I have grown up boys now. And it was super fun. Look at us in our little hairnets. Is that fun? And so I've got these great pictures of our little things. And I wanted to do a page with a bunch of photos on it, but we are going in a brand new direction because we saw papers that were just too fun to not play with immediately. And this paper is amazing. So, got the photos. I need to move some stuff around in my scrapbook room so that my printer is closer and I can reach the pages from here. So I just printed these off really fast. And this is my fall display here at my house that I set up. So on my mantle, I set up these cute little pumpkins and a little shelf that I have. And I actually brought out this one pumpkin that I have that I got from a glass artist. It's like hand blown pumpkin. So I'll do these. this is exciting to me right now. And I think that anytime we can do stuff that is exciting to us, then that's going to probably give us the best results. So question from Marsha, do I see purple in that? I think so. Like I would call this purple, burgundy-ish purple. It's not like a really plummy color, but it's a little, you definitely have like that little hint of plum in those trees. And then you've got your reds and oranges and golds and greens and a little bit of aquas in there. It's pretty. Okay, so I'm thinking that we'll do 3 in the center layout. It's going to give us plenty of room on here. It's going to be a simple-ish page, so it might go fast and maybe I'll end up printing something else. What size are your photos? So that is a really good question for this because I just printed them and I fit them in. They were taken on Snapchat, so you can see how they have the words all written on them already. My friend's niece got her on Snapchat, and then my friend kind of drug the rest of us onto Snapchat. So we all feel like weird because we don't really like Snapchat, but we all use it now. So we Snapchat each other. And so I printed this and it did cut off a little bit of my image at the top and bottom, but it didn't cut them sideways. So I was happy when I just put in a number. So I printed them at 3.76 by 2.3, which is a really weird custom size because I use the Photos program on my Mac computer, and you can literally put in any size that you want and print your pictures with that. Now it will crop them and it allows you to kind of move your picture into the right crop spot, or you can just kind of go and change your crop size to make it fit. So there's actually really good options when you're using your Mac computer if you're using the Photos program. If you're using anything else, then like you could have done this by putting the photos into something like let's see, like the like Pick Frame or something like that, one of the little free apps that you can get to stick your photos in where you can put multiple collage photos in. But yeah, I printed these just really quick and they just went really fast. Like I did that right here in front of you. So, so it definitely went fast. I'm like, oh, let's not slow this down. Let's get the pictures printed up and make it work. But yeah, I was excited to pull out my my pumpkin because I've literally never put it on display anywhere where somebody would be able to look at it up close and touch it. I have it like way up above my kitchen cupboards in a glass front one, and it's not even up on a display. I should get like a little stand for it, like some kind of clear stand so you can see through it better. Now that I'm thinking about that, that would look really nice up in the cupboard. So it's always on display, but never really feels like it's on display. Yes. And I was actually not even going to decorate my house for fall this year. The last couple years, I haven't. I've been like lazy when it came to decorating, just hadn't been in the spirit. and just said, oh, what does it really matter? And I had the chance to go and hang out with my friend April from our Scrap Happy group down in California. And we ended up going to her dad and stepmom's. Well, her stepmom had like the best design, and she made her home feel so cozy and so inviting. It was amazing. And just like being there and them having welcomed me to come visit, I was like, are you sure they want me to come? And she's like, they would love it, come. You should really come. So I was like, okay, let's do it. But well, we planned it for quite a while, but yeah, it was very exciting to go there. And just being in her house, like the way all of her little pumpkin displays were, I'm like, I actually have some pumpkins. We may have done a trip to the 99-cent shop to pick up a couple more pumpkins for my display. but but I actually had a couple of pumpkins. So when I came home, I immediately put out my stuff. I said, that cozy feeling and the way it felt there, I could do that at my house. And I think of how many times I let oh my, I have to grab the boxes and it's a lot of stuff. How many times did I let that get in the way of creating that cozy feeling for us? And I'm like, oh, I just kind of, well, I don't want to regret it. It's what it is, what is. It happened. But I've had a very good reminder of why I want to put out my little cozy fall things and do it differently now. Okay, so I have this orange. I think the brown cardstock might actually be better for this. I think I'm going to put a strip across the middle here, but then also put some of this lovely plaid on it. And then I'm going to need some kind of, yeah, I could probably use the autumn and the cozy. I like this cozy, right? Because this is really that vibe that I was getting from this. Welcome, Bonnie. She says she's just getting here. And you're just in time because we're just hanging. So you might have missed half of my backstories, but I'm sure you'll live. Okay, so let's take some of that. I don't know if I want this wide, but I'll start there and I can always narrow it up as we go. Oh, it's just so, yeah, this paper is just so gorgeous. I keep looking at it going, oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, now, do I want to layer? Is it going to be too much? If I have my photos on this, they're not going to pop the way they would just on the brown. And I don't want the plaid next to this other pattern because they get lost together. So it just might mean I need to do another little matting underneath the photos themselves, but I'm going to do that just to there. Let's do that for right now. Okay. Actually, maybe we'll do orange instead. I don't know if I'll run that all the way to the edge. I might cut some of that down. And I definitely want to have these on another color. Yeah. I'm going to pull this autumn onto here. I might pull out this really old tool. Okay, let me think about this for a minute. Do I want to do that? It involves some fussy cutting. If you've been here before, you know that's not my thing. I would cut the section that's being covered to use on a different layout. Ooh, from this background? That's a very good idea. Love it. Okay. I will take that advice and run with that for sure because it's so gorgeous, right? We don't want to like, deny ourselves. Plus, there is actually that really nice polka dot. So I could even steal a little bit of it then, right? Yeah. So I think I'll be sending Becky more a note about this paper going, girl, that was good. Okay. Now I want to put these on a little bit of a mat together. So I think I'll just do this. Okay, this white, not my favorite. A little bit might be okay. Is it better on the white? No, it's still too busy. Okay, I'll put them on the orange on the backside. Right? Yes, nicer. Okay, so I'll chop this up in a second. We'll get there. But I like the advice, so thank you. Whenever you see that I'm not doing something as optimally as possible, you're like, Alice, I have a better idea. Never feel bad about sharing those with me because I'm like, crowdsourced scrapbook pages, I'm in. Somebody else can see like, oh, there's a better way. Just do this. I am in. And like that's the beauty of live. If you're watching this on YouTube, love the colorful double matting, right? Oh, and like we got away from that so much, right? We got away from double matting, but it has its place. Okay, so I'm probably not gonna leave it like all the width or anything because that I would lose out on way too much of this beautiful plaid. So I'll just mat the photos together and trim that down. Great. Yeah, the mantle just looked so nice. The little ledge looked so nice. Bringing that pumpkin out just felt really special. Yeah, it was so good. And I only had it up for about a week. I came back and then set it up and then I took it down. But I will tell you, in that week, I did clean out all of the fall stuff that I don't want to put up, Halloween stuff. I also went through my Halloween box, cleared out stuff from there. So even though I only had a week to enjoy this stuff, it was a very productive week and it felt very cozy. And I even sat by the fireplace one day and turned on the fire. So, sometimes it's worth it. If I wasn't in such a if I hadn't been motivated, I probably would have said, "Oh, I'll sort through my fall decor next year. I'll do that next year." But because I was like really wanting to recreate that cozy feeling, it yeah, it just made sense to do it now and I was really happy when I did it. So does anybody else do that? You have like a big project and you've got it as a really big project in your head and you're like, oh no, I'll do it later. And then when you finally like make yourself get it done, you're like, well, that took so much less time than I thought it would. If you're on live, you can feel free to put your hand up and be like, yeah, that happens, or be like, no, like I don't know what you're thinking, Alice. That doesn't happen to me. And then I will applaud you. I'll be like, yes, that's nice. But yeah, I think for a lot of us, we get that in our head that a project is going to be so big and so much trouble. And honestly, I think it took me an hour to decorate the ledges. And that involved like getting to the boxes because my husband had to replace our boiler. And so all this stuff was in the way. So I had to like worm my way in to be able to get at the boxes for the fall stuff. And then once I pulled them out, like it was just going through it and like I looked at some stuff, I'm like, oh, why do I still have this? Right? Like, why did I put that back in a box? Oh my goodness. It's like when you talk to people that move and they're like, I tried to get rid of stuff before we moved, but we got to the new place and I started unpacking things and like, why did I move this to my new house? Thankfully, I'm not moving anytime soon. But okay, so I've got this piece. Oh, I need a new blade, but for now, I'm just gonna turn it around because I tend to cut one way more than the other. So it gives me a little like, bit of an extended life on my blade, but I can see like it's not crispy. Okay, so we're going to cut this paper and I will mount it just on this piece of brown that I have. So technically I wouldn't have had to cut this all out, would I? Maybe I'll just grab the white. I have white handy. There. That way I still have that nice brown cardstock. White is just standard. Okay, so I cut this at 6. The brown is at 6. I actually don't mind it. I wouldn't mind it being less, but I also want to see more of the plaid, so we'll work with that. So I'm just going to cut 2 strips at 3 inches. So now I have a nice little 6-inch piece that has the polka dots, just in case. But yeah. You know, there's just some collections that really speak to you. What was it? One of Vicky Bouton's, like one of her early collections. When I saw that one collection, I was like, this is the best paper ever. I can scrapbook with this for the rest of my life. And I would be terrified to see how much of that paper I have left over. And I will admit, I used a lot of it. But yes. Okay, so here's the organizing confessions. Julia says she's doing that right now with some organizing for craft room. I did get started, and then like stuff has happened a little bit since then, so I need to get back to it. But I am working on getting the craft room organized in amongst all the other projects that come up. And then yeah. Bonnie says we moved many times and had moving sales each time, right? Trying to do the stuff, like move the stuff, and then you get there, it's like, why did I pack this? I know when I was unpacking stuff, moving into this house, and I was separated from our belongings for quite a long time because we were in our we lived in a holiday trailer for 17 and a half months. And the boys were little while we were building this house. All of our stuff was in a sea can. And then we actually lived upstairs in my scrapbook room here. We lived up here for another 4 to 5 months while we were waiting for more stuff to get done. But we were like at least not living in the holiday camper anymore. So I was very over that. Did I mention I live in Alberta, Canada? Like we literally had -40 for weeks in that January, and it was like so painful because nothing was happening. But anyways, we survived that. I'm in my house now. But when I was unpacking the stuff, I was like, you'd open up stuff and you're like, oh, I don't even know I had that. I didn't even know I had that. Okay. Oh, it was like I measured and cut it right or something like that. This is all just fitting. Perfect. Okay. Let's put this in here. Okay. And let's get it all lined up. Perfectly perfect. I can see a little bit of a white bit up there. I'm going to just see if I can move this top one just a little tiny bit down so that there's no gap. There we go. And I wanted to cut this down. I'm going to cut 1 row of the squares off. You are in Alberta. Sharon says she was in Calgary for a week in September. I'm about 5 hours north of there, so we weren't like super close, but every once in a while I do end up in Calgary. This September, I was definitely actually in Calgary, actually. So now I'm like, so now I'm like wondering, I'm like, were we there at the same time? Like, oh, so disappointing. It's like lost opportunity to hang out. Okay, so that's looking kind of cute. And like, if you're thinking, geez, it's looking a little boxy and it's like very, like, it is. It is. But that's going to change when we add a couple little embellishments to break up some of the solid hard lines, right? Because that's what's going to happen next. We'll add things that, oh, that's the end of that. Um, do I have another one sitting here? I have lots of empty tape runners. I think this one might have stuff in it. Come on. Start. There you go. There we go. I think that's on my shopping list again. Like, when is it ever not on your shopping list to buy new adhesive, right? It's like that one thing you just can't. If you're scrapbooking, it's like you earn the opportunity to order more, right? We need to think about it like that. I did so much scrapbooking, I ran out of adhesive. So there we go. Yeah. Oh, this is so cute. Okay. I'll stick these down and I'm not sticking this one like right into the corners like I did on the other ones because I may tuck some stuff under this layer a little. We'll see. I'm not sure, so we'll see. There. And then you can still see a bunch. I like some of this plaid. I like it. Okay. Now, what we have left. So with the kits, the way I scrapbook, I find that I usually have enough stuff to make 2 pages. Maybe pop up a photo block. I'll have my title, I think, like I'm going to add the word autumn. And I think I am going to pop it. I'm going to have this cozy on here. So yeah, I just thought I'd show like all the stuff that I have left over at this point right here, right now. So I have a full sheet of this brown cardstock and actually 1.5 of that. And then there is quite a bit of this orange one that has the white on the back. We've managed to save out 6-inch piece, which is half a sheet of this one as well. And there's another piece of this one. And then like a little bit more of that of the plaid that has the brown on the back. So like out of these, there's quite a bit more. So I could definitely put together another like super nice fall page with that. And then we haven't dug into the embellishments and stuff yet. So, and that was using like a piece of my own like white cardstock, but like that's like a basic supply, right? So yeah. Okay, so I wanted to use the word autumn, I think, but now I've seen the word fall, but because I've used so much pattern, I think using a simple one would be better. I really like this yellow color. I'd like to put that. And I really want the word cozy, and I love these little trees. So I want to tuck those on there. And okay. So oh, these letters are separate. Or are they connected? Oh, they're somewhat connected. They're like the way I write. So this kit, the full kit comes from the ScrapRoom. And so you can find their kits. It's called the Flavors of the Month kit from scrap-room.com. And I love their kits. Okay, so I want this, but I want it to be matted. Only I want it to be matted so that it has a bit of an outline. And I've got a funny little tool that's a million years old. So I'm going to grab it. And while I'm grabbing that, I'm gonna grab a piece of cardstock. I think I have some that's this golden color. Uh, I'd say that's a perfect match, right? Like, I think it's a perfect match, but I want to use the word autumn. So, and I'm going to put it onto this yellow cardstock, and I'm going to trace around it with one of these things, and then I'm going to be able to cut around it. Okay, I wasn't sure if anybody would even know what this was. Yeah, this is the photo play collection called Autumn Vibes, and this is from the ScrapRoom kit. So yes, this is a magic matter. And I'll show you how it works. So first I've got to pull off these little stickers here. And I'll just stick them on. Now, because the stickers have like just a little bit of dimension to them, right? You don't need a lot as long as you have a little. This magic matter we can use to create a mat of this to go around it like a mat. So Bonnie says, can't believe you still have one. I may have mine somewhere. I am a bit of a hoarder, you guys. Like, but I've pulled this thing out so many times. Like anytime I thought, nope, I've kept it. And I will tell you, almost every time I've only ever used the tiny one, but if I was only to kind of keep the tiny one, I would never be able to find it. So I keep the whole thing. Okay, so let's show you how this works. So I have a little pencil here, and these are just little flat discs, and this is a piece of magnet paper here. And so if you take your little flat discs and you put your pencil in the middle, you can literally trace around this shape. Now, I find those ones to be too big, but I like the tightness that you can get with the little one. Now, this is a little warped from being old. If you use the little magnet with it, I think it works a little bit better. Okay, let's get it flowing around here. Oh, this is like, maybe try it without the magnet. These letters are not super tall, so they're a little bit less easy than some. But it kind of just spins as you go, and as you meet the bumps, you can kind of go around it. So it's not working as smoothly as it normally does, but it's because these stickers are a little bit less textured. So as I cut with my scissors, I will correct for any imperfections that happened here. But normally they're quite good. Especially if you're matting like 2 layers of cardstock, fantastic. Okay, so let's pop those back on, these little discs. And then I'll cut this out. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I want to put this right here, but I think having a little bit of this golden color right there is going to look really good. Now, my other option is here, but I'll probably do some journal stuff right there. And maybe in the same color to kind of bring a little bit more of that in there. So let's, and I'll just cut like slightly to the inside of my line as much as possible and try to make it as smooth as possible as I'm cutting it. So Well, I don't like fussy cutting, you know, I'm not like terrible at it. It's just like not fun for me. It's like one of those things. So I've told you, obviously, I don't like fussy cutting. Another thing that I don't like, the results are good. The results are usually pretty great, actually. Like this one was okay. Like it kind of jumped a little more than normal, but usually this magic matter, and it's 10 million years old. I wish it had a date on it. It was patent pending. So I bet you there's a patent date on it somewhere if anybody is like that kind of research person and wanted to really know. But honestly, I wouldn't even have an idea like where you would find them now, like if possible. Maybe like a random eBay thing would come up from somebody. There'll be some scrapbooker that's like ready to give it away from 10 million years ago. Yeah. Now, all the funny things. So, curious, what kinds of things when it comes to scrapbooking are your not favorite things? Because, like, for me, fussy cutting, not one of my favorite things to do. Do I do it? Sure, get stuck doing it. But don't do it out of love. It's never done out of love. Only the love of scrapbooking. And then let's make that last little line a little smoother. I might need an eraser to erase just a couple pencil marks here. And now it has that look of like a perfectly matted thing, right? And it's not like you can't do that. Like you could just like, just curious, did anyone ever try it with a blade? The thing is that they kind of turn. So it's like, it's got this little circle, like your little hole in the middle. I don't know that it would work with a blade. I'm sure there was a lot of discussion about that at the time. But anyways, I like how it turns out, right? Because you have that nice even edge around them. So there we go. I consider it worth it. And I'll pop this up on here. So that it's like this massively old tool and I've just kept it forever. And like I said, like I never use the other sizes. The other ones are not the right size. It's always just that one. I've used this one like twice. Like I've used it to do another matte layer on things that I've done. So, okay. So now we've got my autumn here. I think I'd like to have some little words underneath here. And ooh, maybe a little, do I like the look of that? Okay, let's test. I like the look of this. Yes, I would. Okay. Let's bring that out. Now, I don't know if that's like full width. Not quite. So let's center it. Okay. So that and something for journaling here. Maybe I could make a pumpkin like shape. Ink on the edges of the title. I could potentially. The thing about ink is like sometimes it gets a little carried away. Kind of look in the miscellaneous screw a nut for a tiny washer. Yeah, like if you have a tiny little thing. So this is like the 1/8 mat. The one that I use all the time is the 1/8 mat. So it has just like a tiny little hole in the middle, but it's a 1/8 distance that's there. By the time it's at a quarter, I find it to be too big. So, you know, good luck. I will tell you that I used lots of little pieces from our saved little stuff here recently. Okay, I also really liked this word cozy, and I could see maybe putting that here. Okay. So autumn, and then maybe a couple words underneath here. Maybe autumn memories. Okay. Okay, let's pop it up. Let's get started. Because let's take a pause. Let's take a pause. I'll put this on first because I've already got a sticker exposed here. We'll take a pause, take a break, right? We have to notice like we all press pause on things. Let's press pause on this. Let's take a so funny the way our language has adapted to that, right? It's like video game language, or is it YouTube language? What, like, okay, so this will go here. And we will turn around. Okay, so I love it. Marcia said she found a post about it from 2003. I'm not sure if it was new then, but it dates back at least that far. Oh yeah, guaranteed. It's been in my stuff forever. I'm like trying to think like if I even know like when, like which store I might have bought it from, because that could even be a good hint around here. Okay, let's switch this back here. And oh, it's a quiet night here tonight. So there's 24 of us here, and one of them is me. We don't normally do this in the evening, but I'm working at the craft sale tomorrow, the one that I showed the pictures of with my friend's daughter making the little things. So I work the door there every year. So that's going on. You surprised me tonight, right? I was like, what's Alice doing? Scrapbooking on Friday night? We do our scrap happy together. We always have a Friday night session. So this is the same, and we'll be actually together next weekend if you're scrap happy members. So that's always fun. Okay. My phone is sitting on my desk somewhere. Ooh, it's the top of the hour. I should probably put on my my thing again, the do not disturb. Otherwise, my kids have a really great way of like calling me in the middle of a thing. Or my mom, actually, she's actually the worst. I'm like, my mom hasn't called me all week. And then I'm on a live event. Hi, mom, I'll call you back later. Okay, so let's pull up a random number generator. Random. And then what did I say? There's 24. One of those is me. So 23. That's like some of the best odds we've had. Quiet night. And I'll hit the generate button and it says 6. Okay, so let's go to the list here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chris Baker, that you are up. Chris Baker. So Chris, I will get you to send me an email with your info. Let's see here. And you can send it to Alice at alicewool.com. She's what? He's super lucky. See, it all works out and everything's a little bit different because we're doing it at a different time. So there you go. So yeah, send me an email and you'll get this very kit. They actually set this kit aside for you. So you'll get the November kit and yeah, they'll hook you up. If you want the add-on embellishments or you want to try anything else that they have, then you can work that out with them and make that happen. But they'll send you this kit and you'll get to enjoy it as much as I did. So yeah, super fun. I love the kids. And like for me, honestly, like, it saves me from buying too much of a collection because okay, so I can guarantee in this collection with this paper, if I like this trees this much and I like the plaid and I liked that polka dot, I guarantee they've got stripes and like other patterns that I would like. And there'd be a lot of other things. And then I would end up with like 20 sheets of paper when really 3 sheets has done me a really good job, right? And I can do a lot of stuff with those sheets, and then I can move on to another really fun collection that is also going to be beautiful. So I think that's it's a really good lesson for myself. And it also means that having somebody like Rochelle and the gals from the scrap room putting together and curating the kit, like they're picking the papers that go together. They're making sure that you have the pieces that you need to build a kit. So my love goes out to them all the time. Big love to the scrap room for the kits that they put together and for getting them all out. And check out their site for all of their inspiration, like their blog, like they have a team of people, so like you'll be able to see what other people did with these kits, and like it'll blow your mind sometimes because it's just like, oh, well, I never thought of doing that. I try not to look before I do stuff because otherwise I'm like, let me just do what everybody else did rather than just like, let's do my own thing. Okay, so I'm looking at this now. I have to add my words. I want to add like word strips for sure, but I just had an idea, and that means pulling some stuff up a little bit, but I want to do it anyways. So so let's play. Um yeah, so I think this will be fun. Okay. So we're coming back here and I'm looking at these trees and I'm like, they're so cute. But what if I actually cut around a couple of them and like pop them up a little bit? And then they'd be a little bit textural. And I could just do a couple here and there, and I think that would look really cute. So I'm just gonna do it. And I know I stuck stuff down. I was like being all good about sticking things down, but I'm gonna pop some trees. I'll do a couple over here and I'll do a couple over here and maybe like one up here or two up here, but I'll do a couple in those spots just to add a little bit of texture because I'm going to do something for words here. And I don't know if I'll do that on a piece of this yellow cardstock or if I'll use vellum. Lots of times I use vellum, so I'm not covering up my pretty patterns too much. So, um, because this paper is just stuck on this background, I'm just going to peel it up. And I'm pretty sure that my adhesive will still let me. Maybe not perfectly, but it'll kind of let me, right? It might be trying to complain, but as long as I don't rip the front side of the paper, I'm good. Right? Okay, so let's do it. Craft blade. Okay, that's not my good one, but that means I don't know where my good one is. Okay. So these little lollipop trees right here, I kind of want to be able to move this around a little bit. Okay. And we'll go around here. And I'll do this one. And let's bring this way. So now these ones can be stuck up just a little bit. And I think because I used the white on the background, I'm just going to take little tiny pieces of this and tuck them in behind it. So you'll see a little bit of that yellow in from the background. And that'll be pretty cute there. Might do these ones too. And maybe this one. Yeah, so I think this will be really cute once you're looking at the page and it has like these little bits that kind of pop up. I don't know. I love having stuff like that on my pages. It's just a good way to have a little bit of extra texture and dimension. And this paper just seems so perfect for it, right? Just the little bits of these trees. I'll do this green one here too. Mhm. So while I don't like fussy cutting, craft blading is different. And normally I'm moving my paper around a lot more, but because I didn't pull it up all the way here, I'm a little bit more constricted by space and stuff. But normally I would just move my paper around, and that makes the cutting a lot easier with this. Oh, I am excited about this. I think this is adorable. Okay, lovely. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, so I'll put some stuff behind those, and I wanted to do some up in this top corner too. Okay, so here, let me show you the effect. Right, so we've got like that little peekaboo kind of texture on these all, and then I think I'll tuck the little bit of yellow underneath that. So and then I'll do the same for this little area up here. This would just all lift, then I could cut it way easier. Will it lift? Oh yeah. Okay. It's like that'll make it a lot easier. Okay, Nancy says she's heading to bed. Loves your layout. I know it's so tough when we have all these different time zones for people. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, if you're starting a thing and it's like super late at night, that's kind of tough. So this paper isn't going to want to move super well because I glued the back of it. Mhm. But let's pop the top of this curly little tree. And I'll do this little tree. This one too. And let's do one of these little red ones. And how about this little green one right here? Okay, and the other side kind of, I think I won't need any on that side because I'll have my autumn on here. Oh, I could do these two little yellow ones. That'll look good. Yeah. And when it's so funny because I look at my layouts a lot of times and I'm like, why do they take me so long? It's always a thing like this, right? Like, why do they take me so long? It's because I love like little doodad details that, they I just love doing it. So that's just fun for me. Julia says, thank you for the invite to your live. I love the layout that you came up with. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I'm always happy to bring the crazy ideas that I come up with. And just, you know, when you see other people doing the stuff that you love, it just makes you want to do more of it, right? And, I have so much fun scrapbooking and hanging out with scrapbooking friends, like online mostly now, but I but I love that like that I get the chance to do that. And yeah, so it's super good. Okay, let's stick this down underneath these trees. And then I'll have another piece. Stick it underneath these trees. Perfect. So yeah, it's a fun thing. So yes, Sarah and I had a fun time with class this week, and now it's given us new ideas for something to bring next year. We it's yeah, I'm pretty excited about it because it's something that I was kind of looking at doing, but now I'll have a partner and we'll do it together. So it's yeah, it's gonna be extra fun now. So okay, just adding a little extra adhesive for all the stuff that I pulled up off of the page. I used to like not do adhesive until the end of a layout. And yeah, I was like super like leaving it all to the last minute. Now these do want to lay down and I've kind of texturized them up just by folding them a little. But one of the things I like to do is to take like little tiny bits of pop, um, to take little bits of pop tape and pop them in behind. So I'm gonna just cut some like little miniature pieces here and I'm gonna pop those up in the back because then they can't just like lay down exactly flat anymore. And then they kind of have to stay up a little bit. And it just gives you a little bit more dimension with that. Yeah. Oh, I know. So fun. So hopefully everybody has some kind of fun plans for the weekend. I will be doing a little more decluttering around my house because I've been like super working on that lately. I actually just decluttered a bunch of Christmas stuff and uh yeah, but also have plans to spend time with my boys because they're actually coming home from school this weekend. So they'll be out for the weekend, but and I get to go to the craft sale. So all kinds of fun stuff. I'll tell you, like if you don't get the chance to do crafting with a little kid on a regular basis, like me now, I don't get to. It was so fun. Like it was food craft, right? Like it was we were making cute little things. Um yeah, I'm looking forward to I hope she does good with her little booth selling her little treats and stuff. And one of the things we made was gingerbread fudge. So she had found, I think her mom found a recipe for gingerbread fudge. And she just found it online. And they used like the white chocolate chips, like the or the white chocolate. And then you melt those and you had to mix molasses and then nutmeg and cinnamon and ginger, I think. I think that's what you had to mix into it. Um, yeah, it turned out and pretty good. And I was looking at ways to alter the recipe because I don't like white chocolate. I'm like, well, maybe it can be done like this. Because yeah, I like gingerbread. Like this new tea that I'm trying now is gingerbread joy, and it's fantastic. It's from Twinnings. So there we go. Now I got the little pieces all tucked up. And they won't lay back down. I can have my autumn here. And I'll have to add a journaling. I think I can do a small, I think I can make that look a little bit like a pumpkin. I might need a little bit bigger of a piece in order to cut it. Okay, so let's give myself a little more room. And we'll see if I know what a pumpkin looks like. And if it doesn't look good, I can just like not do that because it's paper. Right? Okay, so you want it to look pumpkin gourd like. That's pumpkin like, right? Okay, now if I cut it out, we'll see how it looks. And then I'll use this as my journaling square or my journaling gourd. Okay, he looks a little bit awkward there. I think the side just needs to come in just a little. Okay. I'm gonna like take his little top off a little so it fits in there better. But I like it. Okay. I'm not opposed. Okay, I know you're sorry. It's like half off camera because I was working on it. But I'm okay with it. I'm gonna do my journaling on the little pumpkin. So there we go. It's gonna have a very handmade feel to it. And then trying to like find my placement for that. And I just wanted a few, pumpkin spice and everything nice. Actually, with my little pumpkin that I've just added, that would be a really good little subtitle for this little stuff here. Okay, so let's pop that up. And do you draw pencil lines? Yeah, so yes. But sometimes I have like a little template that actually has the lines I can trace. And lots of times I just draw them by hand and then I do my journaling on them. And so they're a little wonky and imperfect and I never erase them. But yes. So surprisingly, no. Alice, she just asked, are your chicken babies snugged away for the winter? Surprisingly, no. They are still enjoying playing outside right now. So they tuck themselves in at nighttime and stuff still, but they have been spending the days outside. It's been chilly, but not like ridiculously cold. Like, what's it been like? I don't know, like 28 or something, maybe Fahrenheit. Ugh, I don't have my phone set to Fahrenheit right now, so I'd have to check. Oh, it's warmer now. Right now it's warmer. It's above freezing. So yeah. But we've been teeter-tottering back and forth a little bit. So it says right now it's 42 here. But this week we'll be getting around down to 28. sometimes during the week, and we're going to be getting colder overnight, like down to 16, 22 stuff. So it's not like super cold right now, but it's coming. And actually, the little bit of snow, like we'd had some snow, but it didn't stay. So we actually don't have any snow right now. In fact, my husband was just saying like that because we've had no snow, the pond looks perfect for skating right now. He's like, I need to go skating on the pond. It's totally perfect. It's the perfect winter for it. So we'll see. I'm not a great skater. Feels un-Canadian to say that, but you know, I'm not the greatest skater, but he definitely played hockey. He grew up doing pond hockey. Okay, so we've got my little autumn up there, got my little pumpkin for down here, and this needs to be popped up too. That's going good. Our other Alice says, I live in Florida, 16 to 28 sounds really cold. Yeah, I guess if you're in Florida, that it would do that. But for middle of November, I'm happy with this. We'll take it. Like honestly, I popped out to take the chicken some of the kitchen scraps this morning, and like I didn't even put on a coat. In fact, I wear my flip-flops. It's like, yeah, I'm going back inside right away, so it's like not a big deal. So yeah, it's kind of funny how that kind of just different perspective in different places, right? Okay, so I've got that on there where I wanted it, and then I had wanted to put some of those little trees on because I really liked those little trees. And I'm guessing that there's a couple more little pumpkins and stuff, just in case somebody's like, is that a pumpkin, Alice? How come it's not orange? I think it'll make sense. Okay. Uh, if I can make the first line straight-ish, then the rest can be straight-ish too. Okay, so my pumpkin has its spot, and I wanted these little trees. So, you know how I said I was going to tuck under the other layer? No, I'm going to tuck under my photos, apparently. Yeah, the plans change as you're building, right? Cheryl says it gets 10 Fahrenheit at night, 54 today. Oh, see, like you're having cold weather. And oh, if I was going to do more, got this. I don't know. I've got that there. I don't think I really want to put any of those down there. So I think I'm good to do this one here. And we'll this guy and we'll pop him a little bit. That one too. I love popping things up, apparently. I go through this tape like crazy. I hate cutting it. I find that super annoying, but I like using it so much that I suffer through. Okay. There we go. And finally, little, this little one. There we go. We got some little things and a little word I think would go good right here. What do they have? Leaves are falling. They have come and gone. Crisp air. Oh, it's not a good color for there. I think that's not gonna make it. But I did like the crisp air, so let's do it after all. Okay, well, I think it's come together pretty good. I wouldn't mind a couple little words under this side, but other than that, I think we made it. Yes, so, oh, you know what I might just do instead is, oh, instead I don't like the polka dots on there. No. Nope, I don't like it. Too long, too big, too much. Oh, maybe here. No, I think I'm overdoing it. It's like sometimes you just got to stop. I wanted a thing right here though. No, that looks all but weird by itself. Okay, so stop. Okay, there we go. It's done. We'll see when I add the words. Sometimes I fiddle a little tiny bit more, but I think we're done fiddling. I think I'm done. So here we go. There is my little pumpkin-y page. I'm not going to attach this until I actually do the words. It'll be a little bit easier for me to journal. But there we go. That is the page for today. I think it turned out so good. I love this paper so much. I'm so glad I thought to like pop these little pieces up. Like that just gave me so much yummy texture. Let me hold it all up so you can have a good peek at like these nice little pieces. And yeah, you can see just a little bit more of that nice yellow that I tucked underneath there. And here you can see, I'm actually in this, like, I know these look like pictures of just stuff, but I'm actually in this. I'm like peeking in the mirror and waving at the camera in the mirror. And so I do have extra journaling on here in these little pieces because I'm talking about like what setting up my stuff and how much I liked it. So, and it says it feels very cozy in here. So pulling these words in, it feels really nice. And I've got pumpkin spice and everything nice. It's very much a pumpkin decor. So I really love it. And with these little bits of accents just that are lifted up there, it's just making me really happy. So this came together super nice. I love how the cozy pops. Yeah, it's yeah, it feels really good. Okay, let me come back here and just say thank you so much for joining me. If you're catching this on the replay on YouTube, then you can join us live for the next one. You just have to pop over to scraphappy.org/subscribe. Let me see, I have a thing. Is this the right one? No, that's my favorite things. Actually, if you want to see some of my favorite products, that's where you find them. Scraphappy.org/faves. It's like the trimmer that I use, the scissors that I like, all of the things that I like. I've got them all listed there. So scraphappy.org/subscribe, and that's the place where you will find the replays of all of these scrapbook live sessions, happy at home sessions that we do in April. So much fun during those. So lots of good stuff. And So right now, we actually just finished wrapping up one of our load challenges in Scrap Happy, and we'll be talking about that on Tuesday. So very soon, we will be able to announce the theme of our next load challenge, which is our Layout a Day challenge. So that one will be in February. So it'll start February 1st. You have to be signed up before then or be part of our Scrap Happy membership before then, because it's all included for members. And we scrapbook based on a theme every day for a whole month. And I'm pretty sure I know what the theme is that we're going to be doing. I have to announce it on Tuesday, but I've got two really good ideas. So I've been like, which one am I going to do? Which one am I going to do? So I'm still debating back and forth, but I can't wait because I will have decided for sure which one. Actually, we'll do one in February and we'll do the other one in May. So it's like, does it really matter which one we do in? I don't know, but like I'm really excited about it because I've got good ideas. And yeah, so that's coming up in the new year. Plus, we'll have this new segment that Sarah and I are adding. We're actually going to be changing, like, we're not going to be trying to do sketches in Scrap Happy anymore. We're going to be leaning into this new thing, but it's a new challenge thing. So I'm really excited about it, and I think it'll be really fun, and it will be on a monthly basis. So we're kind of taking out this one thing but putting back something that I think will be even a better fit for us. So I'm always trying to figure out like what makes it fresh and fun and exciting and keeps us inspired. And of course, you'll be able to join me for these Scrapbook live sessions because those aren't going anywhere, and I will be back with those every month. If you get on the email list, you get invited. Our Scrap Happy members get invited, of course. And yeah, lots of good stuff coming up for the new year too. I'm pretty excited. But in 2 weeks, actually like less than 2 weeks, I will be having the beginning of my Christmas class again. So I do a class that's a little bit different. And the sales page isn't up yet because Joe's coming home this weekend. He'll help me with my tech stuff. but you can get information about my Christmas class. It's called Scrapbook Christmas in January. And so we run this every year. And so through the month of December, I give out a prompt every day of something for you to kind of capture, whether it's through photos and through some notes. And I give you all kinds of fun ideas with it. And then there's actually like sample pages and everything in January to help you get those pages done and get those stories made. And, so that you feel like you can actually accomplish it and you don't have to be so overwhelmed by all of this stuff during the month of December. Because I found that December was already very full and I didn't feel like I could make the time to sit down and scrapbook. So I made this course, and I think it's $25. Like it's quite inexpensive. It's quite inexpensive. And yeah, so you'll be able to find that at scraphappy.org. And it might actually be up already. Yeah, it might actually be up already. So scraphappy.org/Christmas, I think, is where you can find it. So should be there, and we'll have all of the new stuff that will be added to it. And there will be daily emails that go out through that just to give you that quick little reminder. Oh yeah, I need to take that picture. Oh yeah, I wanted to write this down. And that way you're ready for all of the stuff in January. And I know personally, having been through the course like once and more than once, I don't do all of the pages, but it does help me capture all of the parts that I want to document for my Christmas. And once you've signed up once, you kind of get it forever until you decide you don't want to be on that email list anymore. So it's a nice way to kind of revisit the holiday season every year. Anyways, I will see you next month for our next Scrapbook Live. You can find that on the calendar if you go to scraphappy.org. Where is it? Free/free. I'm pretty sure it's there. And then you can you can sign up to the Google Calendar so that you'll get notified as soon as they're added. But also the members get all of the dates right away. They get everything first. So, yeah, it's another great place. So, check out Scrap Happy membership. We are one of the most inexpensive ones because I just want all of us to be able to have fun together. So, you can check that out and you'll get in on all the fun stuff that we do. And I'm really excited about some of the things that we have happening in the beginning of the new year. So, it's good. Okay, that's it for today. Until next time, happy scrapping. Have a really great weekend. Have a really great month. And I will see our members next week. Happy hour on Tuesday. So talk to you soon. Bye.